On a quiet Sunday morning, Ellie walked down the cobblestone streets of her neighborhood, the city just beginning to stir to life. The air was crisp, carrying the faint aroma of freshly baked bread from the corner bakery. To most, this was an ordinary day in an ordinary place. But Ellie knew there was more beneath the surface, literally. Ellie was a historian by trade, but her passion extended far beyond the pages of books. She spent her weekends exploring hidden corners of the city, uncovering stories long forgotten. This Sunday was no different. Her destination was a small, unassuming building tucked between two modern apartments. It was said to house an entrance to an underground labyrinth, a remnant of a time when the city's foundation was built atop layers of its own history. As she entered the building, a chill ran down her spine, not from fear, but from the thrill of anticipation. The caretaker, Mr. Bernard, greeted her with a nod. "You're the one who called about the tunnels?" he asked gruffly. Ellie nodded, her heart racing. She had read about these tunnels, but few had been given permission to explore them. The entrance was a narrow staircase, descending into the dark. Ellie adjusted her flashlight and took a deep breath before stepping into the unknown. The air grew colder as she descended, the faint scent of damp earth surrounding her. At the bottom of the stairs, she found herself in a narrow corridor lined with old brick walls, their surface worn smooth by time. Tunnels were eerily quiet, save for the occasional drip of water echoing through the passageways. Ellie's flashlight revealed faded markings on the walls, symbols and inscriptions she recognized as Roman. She was walking through what was once part of Londinium, the Roman city that had stood on this ground nearly 2,000 years ago. Ellie's excitement grew as she ventured deeper. She imagined what life must have been like for the people who once walked these corridors. Were they merchants transporting goods? Soldiers guarding hidden treasures? Or perhaps common folk seeking refuge during times of turmoil? Her thoughts were interrupted when her flashlight beam caught a glint of something metallic embedded in the wall. She leaned closer, brushing away the dirt to reveal an intricately designed latch. Curiosity piqued. Ellie pulled on the latch. With a creak, a hidden door swung open, revealing a small chamber. Inside, Ellie's flashlight illuminated a scene frozen in time. The room was filled with artifacts, ceramic pots, tools, and even a few coins bearing the profile of an ancient Roman emperor. But what caught her attention most was a large mosaic on the floor, depicting a scene of daily life in Londinium. It was stunning, the colors remarkably vibrant, despite the centuries that had passed. Ellie crouched down to examine the mosaic. Her fingers traced the outline of a figure in the artwork, a woman holding a scroll. Was she a scholar? A storyteller? Ellie felt a deep connection to her, as though they were kindred spirits separated by millennia. The hours slipped by as Ellie documented her findings, her notebook quickly filling with sketches and notes. She knew this discovery was significant, a piece of history that could shed light on the lives of those who had come before. But for Ellie, it was more than that. It was a reminder of the resilience of human stories, how they endure through the ages, waiting to be uncovered. As Ellie made her way back to the surface, her thoughts lingered on the mosaic and the artifacts she had found. She felt a profound sense of gratitude for the opportunity to step into the past, to walk in the footsteps of those who had shaped the world she now lived in. Emerging into the sunlight, Ellie looked around at the bustling city streets with fresh eyes. She wondered how many people passed by, unaware of the rich history beneath their feet. It was a humbling thought, one that filled her with a renewed sense of purpose. Ellie knew she couldn't keep this discovery to herself. She would share it with the world, preserving the stories of Londinium for generations to come. After all, history wasn't just about the past, it was a bridge to the present, a reminder of where we come from and the legacy we leave behind. With a smile, Ellie headed home, already planning her next adventure. There were countless stories waiting to be uncovered, and she was determined to find them, one step at a time.